Alrighty, well, beautiful Saturday morning, and of course that means it's race day for us. It's currently 7:30 or so. We're loading up, getting ready to head out west. Today we're going to be racing at the Abilene Speedway. That's our goal for today. We've been there already once this year, but even before that, it's been a long time since we've been over that way. But we got lucky. We had a good draw, and we had a good car, so hopefully we can redo that. But unfortunately, no draw this time. With it being IMCA classes out here in Texas for the most part, it's very little USRA or even a lot of very little non-sanctioned races. We got to deal with the points average. So the better you run, the further back you start, and that type sort of deal. And so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but also makes it a lot more entertaining for the fans, and that's what we race for. So going to be starting in the back, and since my one trip there this year has been a win, so we're going to start probably 10th or so in the main, but see what we can do in the heat race. Last week at Kennedale, I mean, I don't know what it was, but that car, it was on a rail, so hopefully we can replicate it tonight and see what we can do. But overall, real excited to go out tonight. We are all loaded up, strapped down, ready to head on out that way. Got to make a pit stop along the way, but aside from that, we're pretty much ready to go. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing all the fans out there. Looking forward to being able to run again. It's a privilege to get to do this. So it'll be fun. It's a real interesting track. That track, it's different than a lot of others. It has the red dirt on it, but it's an interesting shape. It's like 1 and 2 is kind of like a bowl. 3 and 4 is more flat. So two very, very, very different corners. You'll see that on camera whenever we get out that way. And pretty much every time we go out there, it's slicked off. It gets dry really fast. Even during the heat races, it gets really, really dry. There's only one time I've been there, and I've probably been there over 10 times. That's been hammered down tacky for the feature, and that night was just really rough. But should be slicked off. Should be a good feature for us. Our cars, these front-wheel drive cars, they really like a dry track. Honestly, that's the best racing there is. These cars, so it's hammered down. I mean, not hammered down, slicked off and dry, and we'll see what happens. I think we'll have a good car. There's a lot of fast guys out there too. So should be competitive. Should put on a good show. See what happens. We're gonna hop in the truck and head out that way, and we'll get it going. Alrighty, well, we have made it out to Abilene Speedway. The track actually looks a little heavier than I thought it would. Usually, whenever you roll up to this place, you can kind of tell it's going to dry out. But I guess I don't know. I guess with the weather this week and with the way it's really just been, in all honesty, in general recently, especially even in DFW, but especially out west. Out west, it's been pretty bad. There's been a lot of severe weather, a lot of rains, a lot of tornadoes and whatnot. So it kind of doesn't shock me to see the track the way it is right now. They rained out last week because of the rain, and maybe that carried over this week. And I know, like I said, there was a little bit of rain this week as well. Even in DFW there was. So especially out west, it got pretty hammered again. So I don't expect the track to be really any different than it usually is, and usually that's dry and smooth top to bottom, and it'll usually take rubber. And I mean, maybe tonight we'll be in for a treat. Maybe we'll get a 2-lane surface, but usually by the feature we're wrapped around the bottom. At least in our cars, we are. Usually the other class they can pincher up a little bit, especially in 1 and 2. But it's a weird little track, Down in 1 and 2, there's usually a little bit of a it's like a bowl, honestly, almost. And 3 and 4 is pretty flat, so it's pretty hard to run the top 3, 4. 1, 2, you can make it work if there's enough grip up there on the top. But I think we're in for a good treat tonight. Track, per usual, it's a fun track. It's unique, so it's fast. It's very deceiving. It's tiny, but it's also very, very, very fast. So I think we'll do pretty good tonight. So far, there's only 9 of us checked in, so regardless, we'll be at the back. We're probably going to start last in our heat race, and we'll probably start at the bottom half of the top 10 in our features. So it's going to be a pretty long night. I believe we're last in the running order as well. So we'll see what happens. Thank you to Abilene Speedway, by the way. Thank you to the track photographer. He paid my transponder fee for today. So let's get her done. We got to go swap some tires around. And other than that, I think we're all ready to go and see how she goes. wasn't much of a heat race, to be completely honest. Ran 2 laps. They flipped and wrecked on the very first lap, and that was about it. Ran 2 laps, won it, but it's not really a win. Let's be real. There's 10 cars that checked in total tonight, and we're still gonna start 9th, but I'm sure there's gonna be a few scratches after that one there. I don't really know what happened. I know the leaders got together, and I think the guy on the outside kind of just lost it and spun up the track and took out the 16. And that's about all I can really recollect from that. You know, it was kind of crazy. We'll see what happens in the main. Hopefully, it's better than that. I knew off the start I should probably take my time, and I did, and that's why I did that. Just took my time, and we were able to not get involved in that, luckily. So hopefully this main goes better, a lot better. But yeah, as of right now, we start 9th. But I have a feeling there's gonna be a few scratches, and we may move up a couple rows with the result. So hoping to have a good race in the main. There's a couple fast guys in the other heat race, so we may be able to put on still a good show. But car was fast. It felt good. I just can't tell a whole lot from 2 laps. So see how the main goes. So let's start 9th, and let's try and go get her done. Car is ready to go. Didn't really get any mud on it, so we'll see. Glad everyone was okay in that wreck, but glad we avoided it too. We don't have any damage, luckily, so we'll see how the main goes, and hopefully we can have a good recap later. feature's over, fresh out of the car. Car was a little loose. It was really loose actually. It was a handful. Could be better, for sure. Got lucky on the start. We're able to get around the slower cars on the start there, and almost tangled with the lap car. But that actually helped me and ended up screwing over Keegan in second. So I guess in a way, thank you, lap car. But also at the same point, he gave me a bump, and I think it would have been a good race if that would have happened. So I mean, it was fun. Track was really really fast, like always. But yeah, the car it was a handful. We've been changing a lot of things recently, a lot, and one day it worked and the next it didn't. Last week it worked out really well at Kennedale and did something a little different this week, and just wasn't the same. So I think we got the we've got the tacky down at this point pretty good, but we need to figure out the dry slick again, and that's usually been my bread and butter. But yeah, tonight it was just too loose. So honestly, got lucky that we got up a few rows thanks to the wreck in the heat race. So got a few scratches, and so we started in row 3 instead of row 5. So I mean, all in all, it was a good race. Didn't touch anyone somehow, miracle. I don't know how, but didn't get a single new mark on the car. Car still looks good. Got ourselves another check. So go back up on the wall and keep pushing. We'll make some more adjustments next week. We got Boyd and Kennedale next week, so we'll head out there. It should be a lot of fun. But gonna get loaded up here, head home. We got a long ride home. It's like 11:20ish, so I actually get out here pretty early for when we typically get out here. Usually get out here around midnight or 1. So I'm gonna be home a little later. But it was fun coming out west. Thank you, Abilene, for having us, and thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure, and we'll do it next time.